Okay. And welcome to What the Heck Tech. I'm your host, Ken McKim. We do this little show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, where we bring you fun and interesting technology videos from the far-flung corners of the internet. So let's dive right in, shall we? So let's be honest, how many times have you just wished you could plug a USB flash drive into your iOS device to transfer a document, a movie, or even just your music? I know, it's frustrating, right? Because you can't do it. Well, we're in luck. Someone finally listened to the collective whinging of us iOS folk, and their new product, the iStick, is just what we've been waiting for. See for yourself.
The ubiquitous USB flash drive. We all have one of these
Just
for the
your
times
music.
when we just want to get large files quickly to and from the computer. Movies, photos, music, documents, all copied quickly onto this tiny device. There's no easier or faster way to transfer large files between computers. Now, what if we can also connect this to iPads, iPhones, and iPod Touches? iStick, the world's first USB flash drive with integrated Apple Lightning connector. Now, not only can you move files between computers, but also between iPads, iPhones, and iPod Touches as well. Instantly share files between Mac, PC, and various iOS devices. You can transfer music from the computer to an iPod Touch or playback instantly from the iStick. Say goodbye to the time-consuming iTunes synchronization. You can also use the iStick to free up space on your iDevice. Back up all of your iPhone photos and videos to the high-capacity iStick. No need for internet or pay for recurring online storage or cloud subscriptions. The iStick is perfect for business use. Your data is now more secure since no data is sent through third-party servers or transferred over the internet and wireless networks where hackers may gain access. iStick is always by your side, safe and accessible whenever you need it, even when there's no internet. You can use it anywhere, even on planes. Expand your iPad or iPhone storage. Playback movies and media directly from iStick without taking up space on your iOS device. With iStick, sharing and transferring files has never been easier or faster. iStick, the world's first USB flash drive with integrated Apple Lightning connector.
So this thing is great. You can even watch 1080p movies right from the drive, okay? And with 25 days left in their Kickstarter, they've already exceeded their goal by over $400,000. So producer Stuart will post the links to the Kickstarter campaign on our LoadedTV YouTube site right after the show, so you can just click on there and go see for yourself. Because honestly, it would be silly not to share that with you. And speaking of silly, I grew up on Silly Putty. Wait, that doesn't sound right at all, does it? Okay, now that you have that mental picture in your brain, I actually grew up playing with Silly Putty, and I thought it was one of the coolest things ever. Now though, there's something called Super Illusions Putty, and quite frankly, I want it. Take a look.
Super Illusions Putty is the perfect kinetic plaything. Kids and adults alike will love its shiny marbled appearance, which shifts color depending on its relationship to a light source. Like its cousin, Magnetic Thinking Putty,
Cross promo!
the elastic toy is addictively sculptable, squeezable, stretchable, bounceable, rippable, and combustible. Except that last one. That's not true. The color-confusing putty also boasts a few unique tricks. Twist it and it will start to untwist itself. Stretch and coil it, and this happens. When stretched thinly, the amazing colors give way to a translucent window. But if you give it a quick rip, the same material appears dark. These changes are temporary. Knead the putty back together to restore its magnificent luster. Depending on the style, the putty can appear to shift from yellow to red, purple to blue, or green to yellow. With more than 6 eggs worth of putty, there's enough for kids to share or an adult-sized handful. And the safe, silicone-based putty leaves no sticky residue and never dries out. So busy your hands with Super Illusions Putty. Check out all the available styles and buy yours now at vat19.com.
vat19.com.
Okay, so that's very fun stuff indeed. And you can buy this at vat19.com for $13.50 a can. Really? That's a small price to pay for something that is that shiny and that shatters when you kill it with a hammer. I love this stuff. This is great. Moving on. There are many apps out there that can help track your phone once it's gone missing, but that's kind of too late, right? This next app and the corresponding device that goes with it purport to help you not lose it in the first place, which is obviously more helpful. It's called Duet, and it's pretty darn cool. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Alan, and I live my life from my phone. It arranges my life for me. It stores all my special memories. It also keeps me in touch with the world. But I have a serious problem. I'm always losing my phone. I've lost more than 10 phones over the last 3 years. I'm tired of losing my contacts, schedules, photos, everything. This has to stop. I need a better way to protect my phone. Now I use the Duet. Just click and the Duet device helps me find my lost phone, even in a hard-to-reach spot. In fact, when I'm more than 10 meters away from my phone, I can set the device to alert me. So I'll never be late for another class again. It can even track my other lost items by the ProTag app. My wallet, my keys, laptop, whatever. Because the Duet protects my phone, it protects my life too.
So, as you saw in the video, Duet can not only help protect your phone, but your wallet, your purse, your backpack, whatever you attach it to. Me, I'd attach it to my cat so I can track her, because I swear she's stealing my Pop-Tarts. That happens to other people too, right? Anyway, this is a fully funded Indiegogo campaign, so expect to see the Duet for sale in the next few months. Alas though, no love for Windows Phone or BlackBerry users. You're still going to lose your phone and tablet in the bathroom stalls, just like you do now. And that's what you get, really, for using your device in the bathroom in the first place. You know who you are. Anyway, look on our YouTube channel after the show, and I'll have the link to the Duet's Indiegogo campaign posted there for you. So, it's time for our first commercial break, but first, a hint for our story of the week. This invention takes paper to new heights. What does that mean? Well, you'll have to stick around to find out. And when we come back, Shu and Kramer from Best PC Reno are here to give us some handy tech tips, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
I
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Just outside of downtown Reno, in the basement of the Morris Burner Hotel.
Brandy's World, party time, excellent!
Broadcast history is about to be made.
Extreme close-up!
I want you to find out who these guys are and where they do their show.
What is this?
Vision, this appeals to your target audience.
Two chinks in the basement?
Here I am with the contract and a check for $5,000.
Excuse me?
Now they are on their way to fame.
Will you still love me when I'm in my carbohydrated sequin jumpsuit with girls in white cotton things, purple and bloated dead on the toilet seat?
To fortune.
Contract or not, I'm not going to bow down to any sponsors.
And to babe heaven.
Showing! Yaddy, 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 yaddy.
It's Brandy, and it's Brandy again. It's a show.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Brandy's World, the greatest online show ever made.
Welcome! You're watching LoadedTV.com. This is Brandy's World, and I am Brandy, and this is my world. Welcome to it. For a short 30 minutes, I'm going to have you laughing your booties off. We are in the basement of the Morris Burner Hotel. I'd like to thank Reno Envy and Jazz Louisiana Kitchen. Yeehaw!
And welcome back. You're watching LoadedTV.com. This is What the Heck Tech, and I'm your host, Ken McKim, and here with me are Kramer and Shu from Best PC Reno. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for making us.
This is their second visit here, and today they're going to teach us how to do some practical upgrades to your tower. Namely, in this case, we're talking about expanded memory. Now, Shu, why might someone want to expand their memory?
The memory chip upgrade, here's a memory chip in the computer, is the cheapest and most cost-effective upgrade to any computer.
Okay.
And nowadays, any brand new computer comes with maybe 4 or 8 gig of memory chip.
Okay.
But back in 2000, 1 gig was supercomputer.
Sure.
Correct?
Right, yes.
But nowadays, we can upgrade to up to 16, 32, even 64. In case of server,
Okay.
128 gigs of RAM.
Right, and it really just depends on what kind of applications
Exactly.
you're running.
Mhm.
If it's a gaming computer, of course, you need to have as much memory
You're right.
as possible, right?
Sure.
Same with any kind of serious graphics or video editing as well.
Right.
So as far as just real quick on processors, everyone asks after the memory processor speed, what is the bare minimum to really be able to effectively do things like video editing or gaming? Dual
Here's
core,
the,
quad core.
I would choose quad core, so i7 for video graphics editing. But in case of graphics or video editing, graphics card is more important than regular CPU.
Right. Okay.
So
a dedicated graphics
exactly,
card.
right.
It's really beefy.
Yeah, you're right.
That's more important. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, even if you have an older computer, you can upgrade the RAM and give it like a breath of fresh air.
Exactly.
Like a new
Yeah,
life. Return it from being a zombie computer to something that actually will run, Half-Life.
Yeah.
Any MMORPG.
Correct.
You want to do? Okay, well, let's go ahead and kind of show how
Sure.
you do this. Let's
Okay.
open it up and let people see.
So this computer is loaded with Windows Vista, so meaning
Okay.
it's
a few years old now.
Yeah, a few years old, maybe 5 years old.
Okay.
And this computer came with, if I remember right, with only 1 gig of memory chip.
Okay.
So
Now this is just a standard HP tower.
standard
right?
chip tower.
Okay.
Right.
So what do we do first?
Well, first you're gonna open the case.
Okay.
Generally, there's a screw on there. You just unscrew it, and
Here.
there's that. Oh, got it. And as you look inside, you have your main motherboard that has your main components, and here is your RAM slots. Now this one comes with 4, so you can upgrade with 4 different RAM chips. So if you have 4 gigs, you can have 4 8 gigs to make 32 gigabyte
Of RAM.
Of RAM,
Okay.
essentially.
Now they're typically sold in pairs too,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
You normally don't buy
You,
just
you
one.
don't just buy one, you'll buy
Okay.
2, or even you can buy 4.
Okay.
Right.
So now, how do you get them in there? That's the next question for people who've never seen the inside of their tower.
I hold so you can just go.
Well, effectively, there is this little slot right here that you will put in to this. It's pretty much one way in,
Okay, hold that back
one
up
way
real
out.
quick for the camera. So there's the shiny gold part,
Yes.
right? That's the part that goes inside facing
Yes.
down, right? You don't want that
Correct.
facing up.
Right.
So that'll be the side that gets popped in first.
And as you look onto the motherboard where the memory is actually loaded, it's one way in, one way out. So you'll see there's a slot that it will go into.
Okay.
And you basically just push in. And when it is fully connected, you'll kind of hear a snap. And then these hold it into place. There's
Okay,
these,
so the white tabs on either
yeah.
side will kind of collapse in
Right.
and secure it. So now, it does require a little bit of force.
Mm-hmm.
People shouldn't worry that they're going to break it. You do have to push kind of hard.
Kind of hard.
You don't want to take a hammer to it.
Right.
Correct.
You really want to push it down in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you get however many pairs that you purchased and put them in there, and then you just close it back up,
Mm-hmm.
start it up, and it should automatically detect that there's been a change, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see some sort of message come up on the screen saying that there's a new total amount of memory.
Right. But before they buy a computer,
Right.
they have to make sure they get correct size or correct capacity and speed of memory chip to their computer.
Now, to that point,
Mm-hmm.
there are certain applications on the web that you can download for free
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
that will automatically scan your computer and tell you what kind of memory you need to purchase. And one of my favorites is a company called Crucial.com. They have a free program that you can download and install. It's very quick. And it'll tell you exactly what kind of memory you have installed and what kind of memory you can purchase to upgrade, as well as the price. And of course, they will sell it to you too.
Yeah, right.
That's what they're in the business to do. But that's one of the simpler ways to determine
Correct.
what you need to
Yes,
purchase.
correct.
And for something with Vista, I would also recommend getting rid of Vista, but that's another show.
Yeah. The next show. Yeah,
If you
talking
really
about-
want to turn this from something other than a
Right.
paperweight, get rid of Vista if you still have it. Okay, so then a lot of people don't realize that certain operating systems, when you see it boot up and it says you have this much RAM, it doesn't always see all the RAM, right?
Correct.
So tell us about that.
We
Why does
have
that
two
happen?
main different kinds of operating system,
Right.
32-bit or 64-bit.
Right.
And with 32-bit, computer can detect up to 4 gig.
Okay.
And
So if you have a 32-bit
operating system,
operating
even
system.
though you have 6 gig chip inside a case,
Right.
that computer detects only 4 gig.
So you're not really going to get the most from that RAM then, right? It's only
Correct.
going to effectively use 4 instead of 6 at that point?
Instead of
Okay.
Exactly, right.
So don't buy all the extra RAM if you have a 32-bit system.
Right.
Because it's money that's wasted, essentially.
But 99% of all brand new computers on the market
Are now
have
64.
64-bit, right.
Even some of the smartphones are right,
yeah,
towards
exactly,
that. So there you go. If you have a 32-bit system, you might want to actually just look at upgrading the whole thing. Very good. Okay. And so how much can people expect to spend, generally speaking, on a RAM upgrade?
Let's say they want to upgrade, they want to add 2 more gigs to the case. They're looking at
So
$35 to
don't buy all the extra
$50.
RAM if you have a
Unless
32
it's a gaming
system.
chip.
Right.
Yeah.
Or server chip.
Or server chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 99%
Perfect.
of all the
Well,
brand
that's it. And of course, you guys know, right, that if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you can just go to Best PC Reno, and Shu and or Kramer will be happy to do this for you. They know what they're doing, and you know, they're good guys. So anyway, that's it. Thank you guys very
you very
much for
much.
being here again. And we're going to take one more quick break. And then when we come back, the mystery story of the night. It takes paper to new heights. What is it? Well, you're going to find out. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. You're watching LoadedTV.com. We'll be right back.
What would make a better world for you? A world where the pointlessly complex is made simple. Wouldn't it be great if someone would just show you how? A world where everything just works effortlessly. Where downtime doesn't have to be downtime. Wherever you are, you know where they are. When you need a hand, it's there. To be free, to be without fear. And know you are never alone. T-Mobile, for a better world for you.
All right, everybody, welcome back. You're watching What the Heck Tech on LoadedTV.com. I'm Ken McKim, your host, and we finally arrived at the What the Heck Tech story of the week. So, as a kid, I spent a lot of hours trying to build a better paper airplane, and those efforts were wasted. They were horrible. They were monuments of failure and folly on par with trying to cross the DNA of a killer bee with the DNA of a honey badger. Don't ever try that. Anyway, the paper airplane, humble as it is, has received one heck of a 21st century makeover thanks to a very smart guy named Shy. Watch this.
Here's a list of stuff from kinda magical to unbelievably magical. Body wash that's also shampoo. Mentos and cola. Things that fly. With your help, the magical is about to get magical. Meet Shy, a pilot, an industrial designer, and an inventor. He loves things that fly. He once tried to turn his car into an airplane. No success. Shy always said that his dream was to bring the joy of flight to everyone. A few years ago, he made a breakthrough in the field of cool stuff that flies. He invented the Power Up, the first electric paper airplane. But then a friend of Shy's told him, "Nice gadget, really, but you can't make a remote-controlled paper airplane." Shy took a moment to think and said, "Challenge accepted." 2 years of research and 57 prototypes later, he made it happen. Meet Shy's unbelievably magical invention, Power Up 3, the first ever smartphone-controlled paper airplane. Using state-of-the-art technology, Power Up 3 turns your embarrassing paper plane into a lean, mean flying machine. Just fold a piece of copy paper into a plane, attach Power Up 3 and install the app. Now call your mom and tell her you're a pilot, cause it works out of the box. In the back of the module are a propeller and a rudder that are in charge of controlling the plane. In the front, there's an advanced chip with powerful Bluetooth smart technology for an amazing 60 yards of controlled flight and a tiny rechargeable battery to power this amazing beast. Out of juice? Charge the battery with any micro USB cable. As Shy learned in his career as a pilot, planes should be built for flying and for crashing. That's why all components of the Power Up 3 are super durable and crash-proof. But here's where Shy made it really cool. Power Up 3's smart chip is programmed to optimize user happiness. You don't need a PhD in aeronautics to be able to fly it. The prototype is fully functional and the super ultra magical Power Up 3 is ready for production. This is where Shy needs your magic beans. If you help Shai get to 1,400 backers, you'll help him bring the joy of flight to everyone and obtain the privilege to look down on regular paper planes for the rest of your life. So back Power Up 3 and help make the magical, magical-er.
So yes, this Kickstarter project was funded very quickly. How quickly and how much? Well, to the tune of over $1.2 million. That's a lot of dollars. The product can now be pre-ordered on their website. So you can go to www.poweruptoys.com. And it's on sale for pre-order for the low, low price of $49. Because, come on, this is as close as most of us will ever get to having our own drone. Isn't that cool? I'm excited. You should be excited too. Don't forget, send your questions to me, Ken at LoadedTV.com. And you can also follow me over on Twitter at WakeUpCallTech. And on that note, it's time to say goodnight. Till next week, I'm Ken McKim. You take care.